Hello, hello, welcome to Cat Luna Tarot. This is my tarot reading channel. Why do I say that? Like, obviously this is my tarot reading channel, but welcome. My name is Kat. Super excited to have you here. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're returning. Today's reading is all about your future predictions for the year. We are going into 2022 right now. At the time I'm filming it, it is December of 2021. But you can watch this video at any point in time. You do not have to watch it at the beginning of the year. You could watch it at any point during the year. And you can watch it for any year. It does not have to be just for 2022. This is a timeless reading, so just apply it to whatever your situation is. I dropped a little bit of ash right there, and now that's gonna bug me. Okay. All right, so we've got 4 piles today. Pile number 1 over here, this is the Star Power Tarot. Did I just drop ash everywhere? I think I did. Okay, sorry if you can see ash here. Yeah, I'm a mess. I'm a Sagittarius sun with a Pisces rising. I'm a mess, okay? Nothing is organized here. Pile 1 is a clear quartz crystal and the Star Power Tarot. Pile 2 is green calcite and the, I'm blanking, Light Seer's Tarot. Pile 3 is a rose quartz point and the Muse Tarot. Pile 4 is the Vindur deck. This is an indie deck by Leah Pante. It's really beautiful. And there's orange calcite there. So go ahead and take your time to choose a pile. Pause the video if you need to, and I will see you in the timestamps down below. All right, pile 1, if you chose this pile over here, this will be your reading. So before we get into the tarot cards, I do have some oracle cards here. So let's look into these energies first. I actually have no idea which cards these are, except for this one because it's showing. So for overall energies for 2022, oh my god, it's 222. That's like magic right now because we are looking into the year 2022. You know, if that resonates, depend on what time you're watching, but if you're watching when this comes out, we are looking into the year 2022 and it is 2:22 p.m. at the time I am filming, so that definitely was not planned. So definitely a magical feeling here. Yeah. Let's get into it. Number two may be significant for you this year. You may be really feeling the magic, I guess you can say, of the year 222. You may even be seeing that as a synchronicity, or you may want to look into that in numerology because that is coming up as pretty significant here. So, okay, going on to read this. Just because some people are fueled by drama doesn't mean you have to attend the performance. Make your life a drama-free zone. Wow. And here it says peace. So that's definitely not what I was expecting with this card to say peace. I don't even think I've ever gotten this card before. Let's see what we have to say with all the other oracle cards here. Okay, so we have you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, community, surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. We've got transform with Raven, number 40 over here. Forest Tears, number 11. Oh my God, I hate it when I don't have enough room. Let's try to fit everything. Give me a second. Okay, so I shifted everything just a little bit so it'll all fit in the screen. So we've got Forest Tears, number 11 over here. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Unlimited possibilities, number 19. And truth here, number 12. All right, so let's start with your oracle cards before we dive into your tarot cards here. Okay, so lots of messages going on here. I'm already getting lots of different messages for pile 1. Let's start here with this peace card. Just because some people are fueled by drama doesn't mean you have to attend the performance. Make your life a drama-free zone. So I almost feel like this is the energy you're coming out of. Maybe this previous year or the current energy you've been in. Maybe you've dealt with some drama. I'm getting such a feeling of like relationships. Maybe there is a specific person on your mind that you know who this is. If that's someone you're talking, if that's ringing a bell, because I'm definitely feeling that maybe there is one specific person. It can be multiple, but I'm feeling that there's someone on your mind that you've been having drama with currently or recently. I'm also seeing like grief and forest tears, unlimited possibilities, transformation. Yeah, lots of things going on here. Lots of different messages. We even have the Raven and this Truth card here. So, okay, where to begin? It definitely is giving me the feeling that maybe you have lost something or are grieving something, or maybe that is going to be a theme that is going on here for pile 1. I'm definitely seeing like cycles here going on throughout the year. So there is going to be I'm seeing like a separation from some type of relationship for a period of the year. Because these cards are about grief, sadness, and healing from that, this grief and forest tears here. Forest tears even talks about how when trees cry, when trees are sad, or when trees are wounded, because I know trees don't get sad, but I mean, I guess they do if they're wounded. When trees are wounded, they leak a sap, and it's because they're hurt, you know, they are leaking a sap, and then soon that sap hardens and protects the tree. So forest tears here also talks about taking your time in periods of grief, taking your time to heal. Don't let anybody speed you through that process, because I'm almost getting this feeling of there's going to be a separation, or maybe there already is a separation of some type of relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but this can talk about any type of relationship really, because I see you moving from this place of maybe having drama with a specific person, to feeling like, okay, I'm done with that and I need to be alone and I need a period of isolation. With this pile here, pile 1, there is going to be there's such a cyclical nature here to like, okay, here for 19, unlimited possibilities, there is this tree in fall. Like I'm getting all the seasons here, like fall, winter, spring, and summer. And I mean, it is a prediction for the year, but I am feeling like that's kind of how your year is going to go. There's going to be periods of grief, periods of loss and periods where it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to transform. Spirit is really saying surrender. Surrender to just this like up and down nature of life here, because I really see that is represented here for you, pile 1. And we all go through these things too. So you will be feeling down at times. This can talk about here, the absence of somebody. These cards both talk about the absence of love. But really, like, it is not to worry, because you do have love here present in your reading, which is so, so, so beautiful. I am going to get into these like wonderful cards here with the love and truth and transformation. But you are definitely going to be at certain periods during the year where you feel like it's wintertime, metaphorically. You feel like the love is gone from your life. So there's going to be times where you have to grieve. And you don't have to take that so literally. Like, this could really be about going through a spiritual awakening, about doing shadow work, about growing, transformation, knowing yourself better. This is going to be, it does feel like kind of a tough year for you, pile 1, but it's not really a tough year, but it's more of, there's going to be tough cycles within this year that you will pull yourself out of, and you're really going to feel the love again. So there's going to be periods where you're feeling absence of love, and periods where you're feeling, oh my God, like it's a feeling of, I think you're really going to be feeling the love within yourself this year. So this could be really, really positive if in the past you've ever felt codependent. I see that, pile 1, you're going to be shedding that this year. So rather than finding love from external sources, finding love from other people, you're going to be finding love within yourself. So there could be a necessary end to relationships. If you are somebody who's codependent, you constantly look for love, from others or validation from others, Spirit's going to cut you off from other people temporarily. Spirit's going to say no more drama, no more, you might be cut off from a friend or a lover or a family member temporarily. It's going to feel like you're alone temporarily. You're not alone. I'm so called to read this card. I want to read this card here from the book, but I do see, pile 1, you are going to go through a temporary feeling of alone, and it's very, very necessary for your own healing, for your own growth. I think you're going to be balancing chakras, really starting with the root chakra and the sacral chakra here. So addressing maybe some hidden fears. There could be shadow work here, but overall it's such a positive thing. It's like you're going to do the shadow work, and then you're going to feel the effects of that. You're going to feel your love grow. You're going to feel your abundance grow. So let's go ahead and read this card here. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Let me go ahead and grab that. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to read from the book here. This deck is amazing, by the way. Rebecca Campbell, the Starseed Oracle. Love that. A lot of people use it here on YouTube, so you've probably seen it before. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people, yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side side effects of things like social media, with so many people knowing our news, what is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need to, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby, or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to people who are physically in your life? Those you truly know. All right. So with this like drama card coming out first, like right next to this, you're not alone, it's almost giving me the feeling like if you are having drama with anybody, you're just going to be like, okay, I'm done. I don't want you around anymore. I'm going to go off on my own. And I almost see it as like a necessary break. It's like you're going to need to be alone to get in touch with yourself. But Spirit's also saying, especially with that whole message there that I just read, it's like, go ahead and reach out. Like, we are pack animals. We need people, we need love, we need physical touch, we need connection. So don't be too much into hermit mode this year, pile 1. Go ahead and put yourself out there as well. You are going to need to take a necessary time to heal from your relationships, but here right next to that it says surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So it is good to be alone sometimes, but also don't let that get in the way of your happiness. Don't let that make you boring or unhappy or lazy or slow. Like, give in to the pleasures of life. Like, put yourself out there, because this is going to be, you have such positive cards here, as well as cards of transformation. So this could be something that has been going on with you or happening with you for a while. I feel like, this is probably a pile that has been going through a spiritual awakening for a long time, because I see this as a pile that has been pretty progressed. And I think we all have this like light and shadow, this, up and down nature in life anyways. First it's winter and then it's spring. Like, that's kind of the feeling that this pile is giving me here. Okay, let's see if I can find this Transform with Raven card, see if there's any messages here. Okay. Should I read the whole card? Raven thinks outside the box, asking, where can I shift my consciousness to help me solve this problem? Instead of going through, is it possible to go around, below, or above my challenges? Is there something I already have that can be reinvented and used for a different purpose to help me now? Okay, being resourceful doesn't mean you have all the answers. There is strength and intelligence in asking for guidance from other people. Wow. Okay, so this is from the Earthcraft Oracle here. I'm just reading some things that number 40, Transform with Raven, has to say, and I think it really goes together with this You're Not Alone card. I'm going to read that sentence again. There is strength and intelligence in asking for guidance from other people and from Mother Earth when you don't know what comes next. There are certainly times to stand alone, but it's okay to seek communal resources that can benefit the good of all involved. So, yeah, pile 1, definitely feeling that here. You are going to go through a period of a little break. It could be a time to grieve or separate yourself, but Spirit is saying still put yourself out there. Go out with friends. Go and, seek community, seek fun, seek friendships, because I think this pile here is, you're going to have winter moments and then you're going to have spring moments, and to get back into spring, to get back into like the vitality and the pleasures of life, put yourself out there and reach out to some people, say like, hey, let's go out and explore. Let's go try something new. Venus energy here, it's giving me the feeling of like, you know, going to local concerts or going to try out some new local food, or, you know, yeah, going out to see art, go out to an art show, go out and listen to music, like go out to a, I know we're still like in a pandemic, like be safe, of course, but pile 1, this is kind of asking you to reach out to people, maybe even make new friends and put yourself out there. And there's really such a, like, pile 1 this year is going to be a little bit of a roller coaster for you. Not crazy, like there's really not really crazy lows, but just know that there will be some highs and there will be some lows. The lows are necessary, I see, for your growth, for your you know, there's some shadow work that's necessary. I see this is a pile that you're transforming and evolving. There's 2 birds here, which kind of, you know, truth is here at number 12 at the end of your reading. So that's kind of telling me that you're getting to a place of truth. Yeah, okay, wait. I wanted to read something here in that grief card that just made me think. Okay, when you accept in your heart that you will be reunited with everything you have ever loved. Wait, is that the part I wanted to read? It will give you the ability to move beyond your grief and derive something beneficial from the experience. To wallow in grief is to pass up the opportunity that you and your soul family have devised and learn nothing from it. Instead, allow your grief to take you to a place of deeper understanding. Okay, so I mean, this is definitely a year of lessons. So if you choose to wallow in your grief and wallow in the darkness, you will spend more time in the darkness. But Spirit is saying, like, if you choose love and you choose the light and you choose to pull yourself out of it, you will spend more time in the light, you know? So pile 1, it is a mixture of light and dark energies. So you kind of have the choice here. Know that it's not a bad thing to be in these energies here. I've said it a few times already. I do think it is necessary for you, like a necessary cycle. But no, things will get better. This unlimited possibility cards here, 19, talks about when we go through seasons, you know, when it's wintertime, when trees fall off the leaves and wait, what did I just say? Reverse that. When leaves fall off the tree, we don't cry about it. We don't get sad. We don't mourn for the tree and cry for the tree because their leaves are gone. We know that the leaves will come back, that they will return. So if you, pile 1, feel a separation, the loss of love, just know that that is temporary, that love will come back. It's not gone forever. I know these cards talk about like the reason sometimes we feel grief and this loss of love is so that we know how beautiful love is. We know how important it is, because when it's gone, it hurts. So ultimately, what you are getting to, pile 1, is this place of truth, this place of evolving, this place of really kind of getting it, really understanding, oh, that was why I had this painful experience here. Okay, so I really like these oracle cards here. It's really showing me that you're going to be going through a lot of changes here, and they are really so beneficial to you. You are not going to be relying on people to change you. You're not going to be relying on relationships to change you. It's all going to be coming from within. But Spirit is also saying, reach out to those relationships, friendships, you know, reach out and enjoy yourself this year. Especially if you are feeling periods of grief, you may need people to help you. I'm hearing that song by the Beatles, I Get By With Little Help from My Friends. So you may need to reach out to people, especially during this time of grief here, if you are going to be experiencing that. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards here. Pile 1. Really liked those oracle cards. Definitely there's going to be cycles here for you. So you're going to feel feel the cycles and the changing of the seasons within you. I feel pile 1. But let's go ahead and get some cards here for predictions. Okay, let's see if we can go in like kind of chronological order here. So let's try to get 4 cards, kind of one for each season. So, but, you know, take this how it resonates. So you can be watching this at any point in time. Just remember that. But let's go ahead and see first card here. Okay, we've got 2. I'm going to be taking all these in the upright. So we've got King of Wands, the World. Let's get 2 more cards. Thank you. The Chariot and the Knight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. Wow, very lovely energy here. Even though the Strength card didn't come up, I was seeing that as I was shuffling, and all of this like energy is like, go, like there's so much vitality here. I am feeling strength within these cards, even though Strength didn't come out. King of Wands, I think you're going to be at the beginning of the year, you're going to be starting it off with a bang. Like, let's go, let's do something. Like, this energy is like, you may even want to travel here with the World and the Chariot. So I could feel like you have really big plans. Like, this could be a year where you're like, okay, I want to do a lot. I want to accomplish a lot. I want to accomplish my goals, because the 10 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck is completion. Oh, and the Emperor energy. I love that. Okay, lots of wands, lots of fire energy here. Wands coming through. The Emperor energy there, and 10 of Cups. So pile 1, we had said that you are going to be going through, you know, this kind of up and down year where you're going to feel by yourself, and then you're going to feel like going out. So keep that in mind. I feel like you're going to start off the year like with such high hopes of like wanting to accomplish everything. And you may even like end the year. It's interesting here. You're starting off as a king, but ending as a knight. So it's almost like you're going to have so much like strength and vitality at the beginning of the year. And it's going to kind of like die off a bit as we get to, you know, closer to the ends of the seasons. But, I see so much positivity here, especially ending with the 10 of Cups. So I do feel, pile 1, that you are going to be in a lot of masculine energy this year, trying to, you know, make things happen for you. Wands are creative. Wands like go for it. They go for what they want. I can see that you have a lot of dreams and goals, like a lot that you want to accomplish here. So it's going to feel like for this year, you're on your way. You're on your way to accomplishing your goals. So whatever your goals may be, for a lot of people, 10 of Cups is the card of family, of a happy family. But it also just comes after the 9 of Cups. It's like everything, all your wishes come true. So it's going to mean different things for different people. But I definitely see for some people, like, you could be single and you're like, I want to be married with kids. I just want to be married with kids. For some people, not everybody. That's going to be some people in pile 1. So it's going to feel like you are dating some people that can really, you know, be a potential soulmate, partner, life partner. It's going to feel, it's that feeling of, okay, I can see my dreams and goals. Like it's maybe you don't achieve everything you want to this year, but it's like you can see it. Like it feels like, okay, I will be there soon. I know that I will get there. So there is some confidence here, you know, that you are working towards the goals that you want. For other people, it's not going to be that. I just said that because 10 of Cups is a card of family. Usually there's children present there, but 10 of Cups can mean many different things. For instance, you could have financial goals. Maybe you want to buy a house. Maybe you want to save a certain amount of money or start making a certain amount of money. These cards here are telling me that you are going to be putting all your goals into motion this year. And you're going to be like seeing them up ahead. The Chariot, like, it's giving me the feeling of like, you know, you're on a road trip and you're halfway there or you're almost there, you know? That's the feeling this year is giving me. It's like maybe you don't achieve everything you want to, but you can see the end in sight. It feels like you're a lot closer to your goals this year than you've ever been before. So yeah, starting this year off with a bang. So if you're watching this at the time it comes out, you're watching this around January, I really feel like those first few months, like January, February, March, you are going to be like, okay, like, let's do this. This is going to be my year. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to save so much money. And like I said before, that does die off a bit. So, you know, it's kind of that feeling of like you make New Year's resolutions in January and say you want to work out or get like a really great body as your goal. And in January, you're going to the gym every single day, but by the time we get to October, you're going like once a week. And that's like the feeling here when we have this king kind of downgrading to the knight. Like you start off with so much fire and then the flame dies down a bit. But I do not see that as a bad thing because the Knight of Wands still has a lot of great energy and vitality and is really going after what they want. So, let's grab a couple more cards here. I'm loving these cards. I'm loving that the world is here. That's really telling me that, I mean, you could be getting very clear on your goals this year if you don't already have goals in mind. So if you had felt confused before, I just cut the deck to the moon as well. If you felt any confusion, it's like that feeling of now you know you have a really clear plan, a clear direction of where you want to go. So there's such a good feeling here. And I do see travel for a lot of people. So yeah, coming out of the pandemic, you know, it's been 2 years since the pandemic. So if you have put travel on a hold, I see that this year, 2022, there's going to be a lot of active energy. So you could definitely have plans to travel a different part of the world, a different country. It could also be short distance because there is a car here, so it could be a road trip, but I am seeing travel here for a lot of people who picked pile 1. Okay, can we get any more messages for the year, Spirit? For pile 1, High Priestess. Okay, so we will take these. I was very curious about love here. Okay, so we've got High Priestess, 6 of Swords, the Devil, 4 of Pentacles. So I think it's going to be, for relationships, it's going to be different messages for different people. Like we were saying with the Oracle cards, there could definitely be a split or an ending. Or what I'm really seeing is you are letting go of so much of your shadows. Pile 1, like you are really doing the work here, and I feel like this has been a long time coming. Like you've been doing shadow work for a really long time, and you're still going to be doing shadow work, but you're really going to be feeling a shift. You're going to be feeling that it's working. There's transformation here. You're going to be more connected with spirit with this High Priestess energy. So know that this year is so positive. It's very positive. This is a great year for you. But like going back to those Oracle cards, it's going to feel like a mixture of light and shadow. Because even in the darkness, you're doing work. You're doing shadow work. So it's like you're not just wallowing in your grief for nothing. You are like, if you do spend time grieving, you're doing it the right way. You're doing it correctly. You're letting go of, I see this pile here as someone who's really letting go of like codependencies. And that's really great. Maybe there's even a person that you've felt, a specific person that you could have been like had an obsession with, or maybe there was some, energy there that wasn't serving your benefit. I see you as working through that energy this year. So you may be going from a place, if there was any toxic energy before, you're really going to be like evolving and working through it and getting to a place of safety here with the 6 of Swords. So with the High Priestess here, just know that those dark times, those sad times, it is for a reason. Spirit is here with you always during those times. And it is for your growth. It is for your highest good. So I see you like reaching out to more people. The Empress, which is amazing because we saw the Emperor earlier. So you really could be coming into balance here with your masculine and feminine energy. Justice as well is all about balance, balancing the scales, balancing the energy. So this is a very positive sign. If you are single, there could be a new love, new spark, new love interest, or you can be reconciling with, I am feeling strong soulmate energy here with that Empress and Emperor both wanting to show themselves. They didn't come out together. So it's showing me here that if that is your goal, to be in union with somebody, the work you're doing now here this year is really bringing you closer to them. So that's the feeling I'm getting here, pile 1. I think that if you get the opportunity to travel, you should go for it. I think that if you get the opportunity to go out or get invited anywhere, you should go for it. You should take it. I'm getting just such a happy feeling that like it's the feeling of this year is going to be like a milestone important. It's like the things that happen and change for you this year are going to be with you for the rest of your life. So really, I'm getting chills all over. So that is confirmation here, pile 1. I think it is going to be overall a really great year for you. Just know that I do want to repeat that message that I got from the Shamanic healing cards is that, during winter, when a tree loses its leaves, we don't cry, okay? We don't cry for it. We know that the leaves will come back. We know that there will be beautiful growth and flowers and leaves again. So know that this is going to be a year of seasons, of changes, but just trust that everything is going to work out for your benefit and for your highest good. All right, so that's all the messages I have for you today, pile 1. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you chose this pile. And please do subscribe if you're not already. I would love to have you here as a subscriber. I put out new videos every week. I do live videos every week. And there's a giveaway going on right now. So please check out the description box and you can win a reading with me. I also have readings available for sale in my Etsy shop, which is also in the description box. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, I'm going to be moving on to pile 2. All right, pile number 2, if you chose this green calcite and the Light Seers Tarot, this is your reading. So we're going to put these tarot cards to the side for right now, and we're just going to start off with your oracle cards. I'm really not sure what is in here, but we'll go through them together. So we have invitation, calm, love, beauty, kindness, joy, hope, fun, adventure. Okay, let's see what invitation has to say. The words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. Okay, I do see this as a card of positive affirmations and being really kind to yourself, speaking to yourself really kindly. That's what I see here. Okay, let's get into these. We have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Inner Healer, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Thunderstorm, number 39. Wow. So, okay, you'll get through this year, pile 2. Don't worry. Let's get through your cards. Let's get through your cards first. Rise. Okay, so already a story coming together. Yeah, already such a clear story coming together with these cards. So we've got Rise, plant seeds. It's almost like a progression here. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And we have abundance. Oh my God. I absolutely love ending the reading with abundance. Okay, so pile 2, let's go into your oracle cards before we go into your tarot. Okay, so I don't want you to get scared with the energy here, because here we have, the Great Severing, anger, conflict, and then here it says you'll survive this, and we have thunderstorm. So you can kind of get the feeling of what these mean or what we're putting together, like, something's gonna go down, something that you are not too happy about. But with this opener here, I want to read it again. The words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. So really, if you're going to be going through this energy, I think Spirit's giving you a heads up that this is coming, but be really gentle with yourself. Be really kind with yourself during this time. That's going to help out so much. So if you're going to be going through a rough time, be really gentle with your energy. Speak kindly to yourself. Treat yourself like you would a friend. Not even that. Treat yourself like you would I have a nephew that's 2 years old. Treat yourself like you would a baby nephew or a baby niece, That's what I'm thinking of. Be so gentle and just look at how she's in the fetal position here. Just, you may feel like that, but just be so gentle with yourself and have so much empathy with yourself during this year. Pile 2. I want to go ahead and read this card here, the Great Severing. This is from the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. I'll go ahead and link all of my oracle cards. Well, I'm not going to link them, but I'm going to list them. I'm going to let you know what they all are in the description box if you're curious. So for the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for 2 reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. Yeah. Especially yourself. I mean, I think that goes back to being really gentle with yourself, with your energy, if you're going through this. Right after, we have inner earth. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So these two came out together. So that is telling me that I mean, I'm seeing like the colors here are exactly the same. We've got like this black background, like the ashes, and then we've got this fire coming up through. So I'm getting such like root chakra vibes, like there may be deep feelings, deep conflict, deep wounds that have never come out. This is the feeling of there could be, repressed things, repressed anger that you didn't even know that you were angry about, that just needs to come out. It needs to come out eventually. So that's what shadow work is kind of all about. I see that it is going to be difficult for you, but you are going to rise above it. Yeah, there's such a progression of energy here. It really is showing me that, things do burn down and we start over, but then things grow again from that plant seeds. So you will survive this harsh energy. It is for a reason. It's a very spiritual reason here, but it is going to bring you more abundance in the long run. So if you've been going through a period of your life where things haven't been right, things have been stagnant or stale, it's like spirit is interfering. Spirit is saying no more. It's time for your growth. It's time for things to change. It's time for you to realize what you've been hiding from. It's time for you to realize the shadow work that needs to be done. So things are going to feel like they're bubbling up from the surface. You could have even picked pile 1 here because it's also that feeling of just a changing of the seasons, of you may be going through something, but don't worry because Spirit's not going to give you more than you can handle. And it is a point where it's necessary. Almost kind of like the feeling of the tower here with some of this chaotic energy going on. So the tower was built, if you know the tower in tarot, the tower was built on an unstable foundation. So it's like the tower needs to come down in order for it to be rebuilt. And that's like the feeling I'm getting with that plant seeds. It's like after this has been said and done, you are going to be rebuilding. You are going to be so much stronger than ever before. Very similar energies to pile 1, where pile 1 was giving me more feeling of seasons of like up, down, up, down, up, down. This is giving me a feeling of there may be a plunge down and then a plunge up. So just take that as it resonates. Very similar feeling to pile 1, but also a little bit different. Like this thunderstorm may really, it could be like a tower moment. It could feel like everything is a mess in your life. It could feel like everything isn't going right, but it's kind of the way it's meant to be. I'm getting the feeling that for this pile, maybe things were not going right before, or maybe you were ignoring things. Maybe conflict needed to happen earlier, but you were ignoring it for the sake of peace. But now Spirit is saying, okay, it's time to deal with these things that you've been putting on the back burner. It's time to deal with the things you've been ignoring. It's this feeling of, on the surface, things may be very chaotic. It's this feeling of, you may have a moment where you feel like, okay, like I give up, like I just don't know what to do. I'm just so lost right now. because it's the feeling of like destruction, you know, like everything gets destroyed. Everything that wasn't working before just gets wiped out. And we have here inner earth and plant seeds. I'm even drawn to that humor over here, so we'll get to these as well. But so much green, like there's a lot of similar color schemes going on here. Like these are like matching cards. I've got lots of green here, lots of blue here. So I'm seeing as these cards kind of like correlating with each other, going together a bit. So these inner earth and plant seeds. Okay, so seeds. Seeds are kind of amazing, right? Because seeds can be trees, seeds can be a whole entire plant. So that means within each seed, there's all this information, all this potential for it to be a tree, all this like inner wisdom, if you will, all within this seed. It has all the potential. So within you, I'm seeing that you have all this inner wisdom, inner potential, and it's been like hidden from you. And Spirit's saying now is the time to unlock that power within you. I'm getting the feeling with this pile, like you may have gone through a period of you haven't really achieved your goals yet, or haven't gotten to where you wanted to be, or there may have been a period of just like, where things have been very slow or stagnant or stale. Spirit's coming in to destroy what wasn't working before, because Spirit really wants you to realize how powerful you are, that you are such a powerful manifester, that you have the ability to manifest your life exactly how you want it to be. You have the ability to have your dream job, your dream partner, your dream relationship. You have the ability to have all this abundance. So it's the feeling of maybe you felt like, I've never had any money, or I've never been rich or something, or it's like the feeling of I'm already so broke, and then you get this moment where Spirit like takes your money away even further. It's like maybe before you only had $10 in the bank, but now you have negative $30 in the bank, so it's like I'm even in a place that's worse than I was before. But Spirit's saying like that wasn't the point. Like you were never supposed to have $10 in the bank. You're supposed to realize that you can manifest all the money you need. So it is harsh energy, but Spirit wants you to know how powerful you are. It's like that feeling of just knocking everything down, knocking down dominoes, knocking down things that weren't working, so you can rebuild them the right way. Empathy. I'm seeing this as just having empathy for yourself, really. Being so kind to yourself if you're going to be going through harsh energy this year. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Have you ever had this has totally happened to me before, where have you ever had a feeling of like everything's just not going your way? Everything's failing. You lock your keys in the car, and then you lose your wallet, and all on the same day, and then you just want to laugh because things are so bad. You're like, how can it get worse? And then it starts raining and you just want to laugh. We've all seen that happen in movies or something, where a character says okay, it literally couldn't get any worse, and then you hear thunder and it starts to rain, and it's like, okay, now it's worse. That's the kind of humor I'm getting. It's like, wow, how can this be? How can it get any worse? Spirit is saying focus on that comic relief, on that brighter sides, because Spirit really is saying things will get better. The reason you're going through this is Spirit wants you to realize how powerful you are. Spirit doesn't want you to be comfortable. Spirit wants you to be evolving, to be reaching your highest potential. So it's definitely the feeling of discomfort here. in the name of evolving and growing, because here we have abundance. Abundance, number 13. 13, it's interesting that they made this number 13, because usually that is a card of omens. You know, we have the death card. Wait, is it death, or I always get confused if it is it death or a tower. That's number 13. It's I'm pretty sure it's death, but 13 is said to be like a card of omens. So it's interesting here that in the Shamanic Oracle, abundance is number 13. So I'm going to go ahead and read that card. I feel called to. I want to read the guidebook here. So I will list all the oracle cards I use. I will list them for you in the description box. Abundance takes on many forms: material, possessions, friendships, excellent health, emotional stability, unique experiences. When you lock yourself into a narrow view on what defines abundance, you lose out on the whole picture of what it could mean. Open yourself up to as many forms of wealth and abundance that are possible and watch your blessings multiply. Always remember that focusing on what you do not have is a surefire way to feed the energy and make that your truth. Every day, watch for signs of abundance from the universe. Acknowledge and be thankful, thus encouraging the continued flow of energy. Remember, the universe will always provide you with what you need. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that after this year, you're going to be such a better manifester. It's almost like you haven't unlocked your potential yet with what you can manifest and what you can do. So Spirit's going to be putting you through this, like, it feels like a dark period, but it feels like, you know, Spirit may take things away from you so that you can realize how to get them back and, you know, come back better than ever before. So these cards look so similar to me. Like, even these coins here look kind of similar. So I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Focus on what you do have rather than what you don't have. Focus on the good things coming your way. That's such a message here, pile 2. So these oracle cards here are really showing me like the energy, the vibe, the feeling of this year. It may feel crazy, but just know that if you focus on your improvement, your growth, it's all going to be for your highest good. Remember to speak kindly to yourself. I want to read that once again. The words you speak are an invitation to life, a request to bring energy into form. Choose your words carefully. So let's get into your tarot cards here. So, yeah, I don't think I explained this well enough. I am using the oracle cards to kind of tell me the energy and the vibe of the year and themes you may be experiencing. Now I'm going to get into the tarot to see the progression. So I'm going to be pulling out 4 cards, like one for each season. Let's see how the beginning of your year is going to go, the middle, the end. Let's look into that, see if we can find any specific events that may happen that Spirit wants to tell us about. So because you can be watching this at any time, I'm not going to be saying any specific months. Just know it's going to be a progression, you know, like the first quarter, first half, and then ending half of your year. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good at explaining things, you guys. 3 of Pentacles. Okay, to start. So yeah, if you are watching this in January, or if you're watching this at the beginning of the year, just take this as like January, February, March, like the first few months, or you can take it as springtime if you want to look at it like the seasons. Okay, so second season, I guess, is the moon. Third is King of Wands. Oh, wow, King of Wands came out in the last pile as well. And one more. Thank you. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man and Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I mean, mean, I love this. We have the Moon and the Hanged Man. These are both cards of spirituality. Also, this is giving me such similar feelings to pile 1. Even though we're talking about completely different things, I think if you watch pile 1, you'll get a completely different message. But it's giving me that feeling of, there's going to be a period of rest and then a period of vitality and like going for it. And then we're going to have a period of rest, So pile 2, I'm seeing relationships here for the first part of the year. So I think that's going to be something that you're going to be focused on. I want to get cards here. Let's take out that Page of Pentacles. Oh, and the Tower, of course. So let's get cards here for each of these, just as some more further explanation. Okay, can you explain the Three of Pentacles? Okay, we'll take Temperance here. For the Moon, can you explain the Moon for me, please? Okay, Page of Wands, King of Wands, oops. King of Wands. Oh my goodness, King of Wands. Okay, Knight of Swords and Hanged Man. Okay, the Magician. Love that. Love that for you. At the bottom of the deck here, we have the Sun. Okay, we'll put that over here by the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so pile 2. So first part of the year, I feel like what you are really going to be working on, bringing things into balance, is your relationships. This could be, Three of Pentacles could mean a lot of things, because it could mean work, it could mean, coworkers, it could mean that you're working on, because threes are about improvement. It could be that you are focused on, your money, your coin, your work. It could be that you're focused on balancing things out with your coworkers. But I also see this in general as a card of relationships. So your approach towards your relationships is going to be finding balance. And I think with those oracle cards, this is going to be a year for you where you're really finding balance within yourself. You are really going to be looking at those light and shadow aspects and finding balance within yourself. This is not going to be an easy thing to do. There's definitely going to be, periods of darkness where we feel lost and alone and afraid. This to me kind of talks about, fear and love. You're going to be balancing out fear and love. So going through periods where you're really feeling the love, feeling, the positive things of life, but then you're going to be feeling the absence of that, feeling lost or abandoned or scared. So there's really just such a, up and down nature or progression here, or, there's going to be light and shadow for you this year. So just know if you are going through a tough time or going through something, a difficult time, just know that it will get better, okay? It will get better. You will experience the light, the brightness, the positivity, and the great things of life again. So I think in pile 1, there was a message with, when a tree loses its leaves, we don't cry about that. We don't say, oh my gosh, the tree's lost its leaves forever. We know that in the springtime, the tree will have new leaves again. So that's that feeling here. Like these darker cards, these blues, they're almost like alternating here, so take that as it resonates, but I do see kind of this up and down nature. I think that during these dark periods, or, more difficult times, you can be really tapping into your creativity during those times. Like if you are a creative person, in any shape or form. If you are somebody who can get inspired through your emotions, if you I'm creating tarot cards. I've been doing that for a long time, but I am an artist. But I know that when I'm feeling really sad, like that's a good time for me to, draw up the Three of Swords or draw up the Knight of Swords. Like use your emotions, or that I see you like channeling these tougher times for you or negative emotions. So if you are a writer of any kind of creative thing you can do, I see that as a really good practice and a really good way for you to channel things when you are feeling those darker sides of life. Journaling, any form of art, making music. I mean, that can be, sad times can be such a good time for inspiration, for songs. For all types of art, really. I can see this as, if you're artistic in any way, please use those times to channel your artwork, because I think something really beautiful can come out of that. This is a year for manifesting, pile 2. So King of Wands with the Knight of Swords. It is giving me the feeling for some people, this is not going to apply to everybody, but for some people there may be maybe a conflict or a breakup with a specific person, because for some people what you are going to be crying about is a specific person or a masculine person. There can be different interpretations to this, but it is going to feel like a difficult time. Let's see another interpretation. Maybe you are being called to step up and to be in more of your king energy, your masculine energy, which means, going out and getting the job you want, going out and getting your dream job, going out, if you're an artist, putting your work out there, putting yourself out there. So that could be stressful for you if you haven't done that yet. Like if you're an artist, you're very talented and haven't seen any success or put yourself out there yet, that's going to cause you a lot of stress. So what's coming up next is, there's this definitely a period of spirituality, and there's going to be a period of pause, but through that, you are going to be getting better at manifesting. You're going to be manifesting so much more money, so much more abundance, so much more happiness. And I think we just read in the Shamanic cards that abundance can take many forms. What did they say? Wealth. Material possessions, friendships, excellent health, emotional stability, unique experiences. Okay, that's what the Shamanic cards are defining abundance as. So I see you as taking in all forms of abundance. You're going to be I see your emotional stability as like your world is going to be rocked a bit. Like you're going to go through periods of where your emotional stability is really tested. But after that, there is this reconstruction and recovery. So if you feel like your emotional nature is tested, it's because it's to strengthen it. It's to strengthen it better than it ever was before. Same thing with, even material wealth or your money. You may feel like, oh my God, all the money, I lost all my money, I don't have anything. But it's like that happened for a reason. So spirit can teach you. It's like, okay, if you are comfortable, say you have a certain amount of money in the bank where you're comfortable, you're not living your dreams, but you're just comfortable getting by. Say spirit takes that from you, that would be horrible, so that's the feeling I'm getting here. Like, say spirit takes that little bit of money that you do have, and it's like, oh my God, oh no, I didn't have that much money to begin with, now I have even less. And then you go out and with drive, then you go out and say, okay, now I'm desperate, like I have no choice, I need to get more money. And then you get more money than you had in the first place. I'm sorry if this is a really weird example or a way to put it. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. If you're going through a period of darkness or shadow, was that even grammatically correct? If you're going through a period of darkness, Spirit has done it for a reason. So you can realize what a powerful light you are, what a powerful source of light that you are, just so naturally. Okay, so kind of giving me the feeling of pile 1. Look at pile 1 if you're called to it, because there are different messages there, but it is giving me a similar feeling, like Spirit may take something away from you so you can realize that you were so powerful that you have the way to manifest something even better for yourself. So ending the reading here towards like future energies towards the end of the year, we have Page of Pentacles and the Sun. So what you are going to be growing, at the end of this year, it's going to be very, Pentacles are stable. So you're going to be really working towards something, a long-term goal, something, that is going to end up being very stable for you. So if there was any type of instabilities before, Spirit is going to knock them out. I see a spiritual interference here, but it is to show you, oh yeah, the Magician. I was getting Magician. That's why I got so excited when the Magician came out, because I was getting Magician feelings with that Rise card, even though I know that's not what it's about. This card right here. Actually, maybe we should read that card. Yeah, I feel called to, since I pulled it out. Let's go ahead and read that one. Okay, 22 Rise. It's time for an awakening. The traumas, wounds, and heartaches of your past are over now because you have been brave enough to confront them and burn them down. Now you are standing on the fertile ash of your past, ready to rise. And okay, just to pause. I know this is, I already put the Oracle cards away, but it's like after that comes the planting seeds, which is like really fertile. So it's like that was for a reason, it's the ground that has been laid down is going to be very fertile, ready for all this growth, all this new stuff after this happens. Okay, back to the reading, back to the book. This is a card of realignment and self-development. You're ready to charge ahead, so stop doubting yourself. You know what you want and need. The only thing missing now is for you to stand up and reach for it. After all you have been through, it is safe for you to share yourself with the world again. The right people are waiting for you to rise and greet them with an open heart. This card is auspicious for those of you looking for new love and friendships. Yeah, and I think for a lot of you, it does feel like a year of being single. Just take this how it resonates, because it's only going to apply to some people, not everybody. But it does feel like a year of being single and working on yourself, and it's like the energies that are happening now is like preparing you for a real soulmate love. It's preparing you for a twin flame or soulmate, because it's such the energy of transformation. And it hurts to go through a transformation. It's very painful. We talk about butterflies a lot here, going in a cocoon, but it's not easy. It's very painful, but it's like you come out the other side just like so much better than you could have ever imagined. Like this growth really couldn't have happened without this fire burning down. So just trust that you have all that potential to, your soul knows what to do. This, if you do go through this thunderstorm or this energy this year, your spirit is doing it on purpose and knows what it's doing, even if you don't in the conscious world. So I know that one seemed kind of crazy, but Yeah, it is actually really, really great energy. And like I said, it may be preparing you for a soulmate. You may have to go through this intense energy so you can come out the other side, you know, who you were meant to be, better than before. All right, pile number 2, that was your reading for your predictions for the year. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know in the comment section which pile you chose, and give this video a like if it did resonate. Please become a subscriber if you're not already. Also, I am doing a giveaway in the comment section. You can check the description box. I'm going to be doing giveaways on all of my new videos coming out. So that week, the first week the video is out, the giveaway will be open. You can win a personal reading with me during one of my live videos. So yeah, check the description box if you would like to enter. If you would like to purchase a personal reading with me, you can also check the description box and find that info in my Etsy shop. Okay, readings are pretty affordable right now, so I would check that out sooner rather than later if that's something you're interested in. And thanks so much for being here, pile 2. I will catch you in the next one. All right, pile number 3, let's get into it. If you chose this rose quartz here and this muse tarot, this is your reading. We are going to start with some oracle cards first, and then we're going to get into your tarot. So the oracle cards are going to tell me the vibe, the mood, the energy of how the year is going to go. You know, maybe even some, what's the word I'm trying to say? I'm having a hard time finding words. Anyways, yeah, Sagittarius Mercury, you guys. hard time finding the right words. Okay, we're not Virgos here. So let's start with your oracle cards. This is going to tell me, you know, the mood, the energy, cycles you may be going through, and then we'll get into tarot for you know, the progression. How is each season going to go? How's the beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of year going to go for you? Are there going to be any specific events that will happen that we need to know about? So we'll look into the tarot after that. Okay, so to start us off with your oracle cards, we have decision, and we have a sun and a moon. The scales also, of course, you know, gives us Libra energy. The justice card. Yeah, let's see what it has to say. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. Okay, interesting. And then let's get into your tarot cards. We've got Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Wow, weird. It's like, you know, don't make a decision at all and then slow down. First 2 messages coming out. The seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Okay, you were the only pile that got 3 of these Starseed cards here. We've got Earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Okay, we've got Spiritual Journey, number 35. You are sacred, number 44. Another such a spiritual card here. With both of these. 44 is the card of spirit. Here we have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And 25, sexual energy over here. Let's see, can that fit? Okay. We may have to scoot them over a little bit. Whoa, okay. I just realized we have decision to open and indecision here. So interesting. Okay, let's unpack all this. Okay. I like to go back to this message. I want to take note of there is like, I look at this as like light and shadow here with the sun and the moon, and they are perfectly imbalanced in this card. These scales are perfectly balanced. I'm so drawn. I do want to go through all of these cards. I'm like, where do I start? Because I'm so drawn to all of them right now. Okay. I'm particularly drawn to this Earthed card because, okay, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So this card, this Earthed card, talks about how humans can either be drawn to transcendence or immanence. Humans can either, because this is the this comes from the Starseed Oracle here. I'm not going to completely read it. I'm just going to kind of paraphrase it for you. But Earthed talks about how a lot of starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They would rather be praying. They really want to be closer to God, closer to the universe, so they can spend more time in meditation or more time praying, And then there's people who are drawn to being more in the earthly body. It's like kind of saying you're either one or the other. Starseeds are more likely to be drawn towards transcendence, which for a lot of us that can mean escapism, which can come in many different forms. But this Earth card is saying, Earthed is saying here to find the balance between the two, that we are souls having a human experience. So you're not just your soul. You are in this human body, and you're not just your human body. So to find the balance between both of those. Here, this Earth pulsing card, okay, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. This talks about how Earth has these rhythms, these pulses, and I really feel animals are in tune, much more in tune to this than humans are. Nature is really in tune to these pulses and rhythms of the earth. Even humans, we do have this circadian rhythm. So, it talks about like your sleeping habits. Really, as humans, we are in alignment with, going to sleep at night and waking up during the day because of the circadian rhythm we have. So this does talk about like really being in alignment with the earth in that way that animals are, the way that they could just feel it, the way they just naturally know these, phases that the earth is going through. They know when it's light and dark. As humans, this card talks about we live in this world with artificial light, with all these, modern things. It can kind of throw off our natural rhythms that we can tune into. That's why animals are much more in tune than humans are, because we have all these distractions. I've seen this as a lot of like ego. Like this is a pile here of balancing the ego and the soul, balancing that spirituality, inner self with like the physical body, even being in the physical world. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like getting so many messages here from all the cards. I'm like, where do I start? I want to read the Seas of Mintunka because I really love this card and I want to read it to you guys. But okay, before I get to there, really there is such a balance here, balancing the spirit world with the physical world. Wow, both of these cards, they are like holding themselves. Okay, that's really interesting. Because it's giving me here the feeling that this balance, this transformation is all going on within you, just within. So there may not be anything it's giving me the feeling that there may not be anything crazy going on in your outside world, you know, like it's all kind of happening within this inner balance that's been going on. I think all piles today are really going through a spiritual awakening. And this may have been going on for a long time. But this here, pile 3, is really, I see this is about balance. You may have had some failures or setbacks. I use my intuition in all aspects of life here with indecision, and I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Root chakra energy here with this red and this sexual energy here. So this is telling me that there is some deep-rooted fears that you're going to be working through, pile 3. All of this is happening internally, but you really are coming into balance, balancing the first chakra, those first 2 chakras to start with. So that's going to be addressing fears, pulling fears up. See, we have here seeds of Mintanka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. So there could be some recognition of some deep internal fears that maybe you have that you need to bring out into the light so you can work through them and balance them. Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. Earth is telling me that maybe there could be some difficult experiences. The human experience itself is a difficult one, but it's not giving me crazy tower moment vibes like maybe the last pile was. But you can definitely have chosen both of the other piles today, because there is some resonance going on here overall in all of like the oracle cards and the energies I that have come out in all piles today. I'm definitely seeing a major internal shift and transformation. So I think that is starting with these root chakra things here, bringing up this fear. And it's all for the benefit of things coming into your alignment. If there's a decision that needs to be made here with indecision and decision, it's almost the feeling of just go ahead and be passive. Like, let the river just take you. All you have to do is float. All you have to do is relax. It says here, sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. So I'm seeing as this shift happens internally, it's just really happening naturally for you. So I think this spiritual awakening you've been going through has been going on for a really long time. I feel like this has been a long time, working. You've been growing, you've been evolving over time, and this is still happening for you. You're going to be letting go of those feelings of failure and indecision and stagnation. You're going to be really releasing fear here, pile 3. And yeah, it is a feeling of it's just happening so naturally for you. I see you really getting into alignment this year, getting into balance, getting even into alignment with nature, with Mother Earth. So this card here, Earth pulsing and earthed, I mean earth and earth. I think there are messages for you to go out into nature, especially if you feel like you haven't been out in nature for a long time. I'm seeing lots of water here in multiple cards. So, if you can go on a nice hike and find a waterfall, if that's available to you, or to go near the water, those energies can be really healing for you. I live by the water, so I love to go to the beach and put my feet in the water. I find that salt water can be very healing. So there is a message here to get back out into nature, because that's going to just assist with things. It's going to make it easier to surrender. It's going to make the flow of things a lot easier for you, especially if you're feeling any of these root chakra fears over here. Okay, I'm excited to read this one. I really want to read the Seas of Mintanka. I think these cards are very beautiful. Okay, here we go. Seas of Mintanka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Mintanka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. so clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. The Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. Mintakans are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. If it appears in a spread, it's a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means that you may be called to bring light at any unconscious patterns of which you're aware. To bring light to any unconscious patterns of which you're aware. To look at them and see them clearly and consciously so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? And I see you almost as recognizing, any of these like lower level fears here that are coming through, like you are going to realize them about yourself. And it's like, they're not as scary anymore once you realize that. There's a great exercise that I love to do. Really, I think Sonia Choquette explains it a lot better. That's where I got it from, but it's all about realizing your fears. Sonia Choquette is a writer. I've read a lot of books that she's written. It's all about, she's a psychic, and she writes a lot about increasing your psychic abilities. But she also has a YouTube channel here, and it's great. And she talks about releasing fear by just bringing awareness to it. You say what you're afraid of, and then you just, name an object and bring it to your awareness. And you practice this over and over again. So it's like you can say, I'm afraid of being rejected. Rose quartz. I'm afraid of being rejected. The number 3, like you find an object, you say what your fears are, and then you point to an object. And people do this in psychology too, to like calm you down. If you're feeling anxiety, sometimes you could like look for objects in the room, maybe things in the room that you haven't noticed before. And this is a way of calming your anxiety because you're bringing just more mental awareness to your physical surroundings rather than being stuck in those ruminating thoughts in your mind. So that's just an exercise there. Like I said, Sonia Choquette maybe has a better way of saying it and explaining it. So I do recommend, if that's something that you feel called to maybe do a YouTube search on her. And she's great. I've read her books. She's great. So that could be, I see you're maybe bringing unconscious fears into light. So maybe now they're not holding you back anymore. Because when we have subconscious fears, they do hold us back from, what we really want to do. Say we're afraid of being rejected, and then you want to be a YouTuber, start a YouTube channel. Well, if you're afraid of being rejected, you're going to be afraid of your audience rejecting you, maybe. So bringing those fears. So even if you're not consciously aware of it, that's going to probably stop you from doing well on your YouTube channel. So bringing those fears out, dragging them out into the open is better for your highest good because it helps you progress. And I see this as being a very passive thing for you. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. It's kind of like this has already been happening within you for a really long time. So it's like you're not going to have to do a whole lot of active work. It's kind of all subconsciously happening. So I hope that does make sense. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards so we can see how is your year going to go. We're going to look at the progression, each like season. How's the beginning of your year going to go, end of your year, see if any events are going to come out that we can look into. But yeah, overall I see like the themes. I think that was the word I was looking for earlier. The themes of your year are going to be all about bringing conscious light to fears and actually releasing fears and transforming and growing from that. It's going to be a very spiritual year for you, pile 3. Also, just the number 3 is all about growth, expansion. Like if you see 333 a lot, look into the meaning of that, because that could be very significant for you. Okay, but let's go ahead and shuffle your tarot cards. So Spirit, can you give us 4 tarot cards for each season or portion of the year, if you may? Okay, so let's do the first one. Spirit. How is pile 3's year going to go? What are the yearly predictions for pile 3? Can we get... Okay, I guess we will take that one. I got more cards over here, but I'll put those back. So we do have Justice. Wow, and we had that... Where's your cards? Where's your cards? We had that Decision card coming out first. So, those scales once again for Justice. So yeah, this year, especially that first part of your year, first quarter, it is really going to be about that balancing fear and love, light and shadow, balancing the spirit world with the human world, balance, coming into balance with yourself. This is a very spiritual pile here. 6 of Wands, 6 of Inspiration. Okay, can we get another card, please? Okay, let's take those. We'll take that. Okay. I do feel like I want to use these as clarifiers. I am getting the feeling they go here, so let's get a clarifier for voices and the Hierophant. Okay. 9 of Materials. Was that another card that came out? No, just one. One more, please. Okay, 9 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Strength. Okay, so I'm setting them up like 1, 2, 3, 4. So these bottom ones are going to clarify the top ones here. Okay, so we have Justice, clarified by 10 of Cups. So that balance that you're going through is going to bring in so much emotional fulfillment, emotional stability. I think even pile 2, we talked about bringing in more emotional stability this year. It's really going to be for the benefit, for your highest good. Here we have 6 of Wands coming in next with 8 of Voices. That's the 8 of Swords. So yeah, 6 of Inspiration, which is 6 of Wands, 8 of Voices. We've got 4 of Voices with the 9 of Materials, the Hierophant, and the 9 of Inspiration, or the 9 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Strength, Okay, all of these cards, not all of them, but a lot of these cards, I see like these women in the cards are like looking ahead, looking to the future. So because we have such a balance of light and shadow in those oracle cards, that is coming through here in the tarot cards. You're going to be feeling the fear, but also this is such a year for you to release fears. So it's like you have to feel them before you release them. You're going to be getting so in touch spiritually. This is such a spiritual year for you. So I know the Hermit isn't out, but like this Hierophant here is kind of giving me the vibes of like the Hermit. Even paired with the 9 of Wands down here, that can kind of tell me that you're on the outs or alone for a little bit. It's an interesting. I haven't gotten that much information in all these piles about love or romance. Like maybe there was something in pile 1, but all of these piles today are really telling me about spiritual awakenings, expansion, growth, but just within yourself. This is a year where things are really happening for you internally. So going out into nature is going to be a very positive thing for you. Meditation is going to be really great here with the 4 of Voices. Look, she's like in a bath with rose petals. 4 of Swords, it can be about meditation and reflecting on things. This here paired with the 9 of Pentacles, it can be about self-love and self-care, maybe taking a bubble bath with roses, being really kind and gentle to yourself, but yeah, expressing yourself in such a way that where like you are putting yourself first. I see that here with pile 3. So coming into this balance, this emotional balance and releasing fear, you're going to be coming out so much stronger. This internal shift is really making such a better you. And yeah, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of like 10 of Cups can be about relationships, but I'm just not getting the feeling of relationships being the focus here, pile 3. So if you are already in a relationship with someone, I see you strengthening that. But if you are alone right now or single right now, I see you strengthening that, like strengthening your sense of self, your self-worth, your self-love. And I see these as all really, really great things. But yeah, I'm not seeing a new partnership or a new romance here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I do see this as such a year for deepening your spirituality. Even a year of being on your own or alone, but it is for the highest good. It is all because you are coming more into balance, which is really, really great. 2 9s here, and we've got the 10. Yeah, we've got 4 5 6 8 9 10. So there is such a progression, and 11 with Justice, but such a progression in the numbers. Those numbers are climbing, so that kind of tells me that's what's going on here. Is you've been evolving for a while now, and you are going to be feeling a shift within yourself, pile 3, this year. You're going to be feeling more comfortable with your light and shadow. It's like you're going to be a spiritual pro here with the Hierophant. Yeah, this is such a pile of spirituality. I think all the piles have been today, but maybe pile 3 more. It's hard to say that. Yeah, it's hard to say which one is the most spiritual. What am I trying to do? There's too much ego going into what I'm trying to say right now. I see you as really progressing, pile 3, really working on yourself in like the best way possible. Like, having deep realizations of, maybe fears you have had. Maybe you have realizations of times where you've projected onto people. You're going to be coming out of this year such a better you, and you're going to feel that the whole entire time. And it's a cause for celebration here, because it's going to affect every single aspect of your life. So relationships will be more steady and stable. Your finances will be like, there's a celebration here of your finances. So I think Spirit really wants to assist you with creating more abundance for yourself, material wealth, material abundance. This is a year where I do see you, I know, the Hermit didn't come out yet, but I do see you as more off on your own, rather than the focus being on with an individual. So it could be a year of, you're focused on things more internally so that you can magnetize a soulmate later, bring them in later. Maybe if you do have a soulmate or a twin, that you are balancing yourself right now and they're balancing themselves on their own right now. So that's the kind of the feeling I'm getting. I'm not really seeing new love as the focus, if that's what your question was, but I do see you as like things are going to be coming into alignment for you, is what it feels like. And it's really all happening internally. I want to cut the deck here, see which card we get. Future energies here for pile 3. Oh my gosh. Muse of Materials. That is the King of Pentacles. So you are really working on yourself. And I see yourself is the main focus. Your abundance is the main focus. You are improving your self-worth at like a I don't know if I want to say rapid pace, but I feel like you've already been working on this for a while. So if you feel like it's been kind of slow growing, this is the year where you're really going to feel the shift in those changes in such a massive way and a positive way. Like this is, I want to like grab that, like, where did I put those cards? That Seas of Mintaka, which is like such a positive card, like that things are going your way. I even see more clarity here with those crystal clear waters. And you know how water does mean, like, we associate that with spirit or the spirit world, psychic energy, intuition. So there could be an increase in intuition with these cards here. There could have been, maybe in your spiritual awakening or in your journey so far, you could have had periods of confusion where you're like, why does my life have to be so hard? And now you're starting to understand, oh, that was for a reason. I learned so much during those dark periods. I grew so much during those dark periods, and it's all going to make sense to you here, pile 3, with this year. If you've ever been the black sheep or ever been on the outs or ever been put in a place where you felt lonely or alone or forced to be by yourself, it's like you're going to be getting that clarity where you're going to realize, oh, that was for my spiritual progression. That was for my highest good. It is coming into just, you're going to feel at peace with everything that's been going on within your spiritual awakening, pile 3. That's what I'm feeling here. And it's such a beautiful card of balancing that energy, light and dark. Going back to that, like, first card that we pulled out, those scales, decision. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. I'm feeling much more of a passive energy, like you're going through spiritual awakening, but there's really not much work you have to do. It's really all happening for you right now. So yeah, I don't really think you have to do anything at all, but just enjoy how things come into place and feel in balance, because I feel like you're going to be having a lot more fun this year. Yeah, this is really great energy. Really, really spiritual year for you. You are not only coming into alignment, but realizing your truest potential, realizing there could even be an investment here with your money and your wealth. So I would look into that too. If you've been looking into ways to create more wealth for yourself, more money, I think that this is a really great year for that. You're really going to be working on yourself here, pile 3. This is amazing. I think you're going to be really happy with, if I would try to compare like how you're doing at the beginning of the year versus the end of the year, like maybe do a journal entry, write down all your goals, everything you want to manifest, and then look at your notes at the end of the year, because 3 is all about progression. And I see this is going to be a really great year of progression and moving forward as an individual, as, coming into being the best form of you, pile 3. So that's really awesome. I think that's amazing. I know a lot of people, they just want to know if you're going to be in a relationship. You just want to know if that one person's going to call you back. But pile 3, I'm getting that this year really isn't about that. This year really isn't about finding happiness through external things. It's really about finding that balance within yourself, which is really awesome. I can see that you've been working on yourself, pile 3. So if these predictions resonated, if they made sense to you, let me know in the comment section. Let me know which pile you chose. If you chose more than one, let me know. I love it when I receive comments from you guys. Also, if you are watching this video the first week it comes out, I do have a giveaway that is still open and going on right now. So check the description box for that. And you can win a personal reading with me in one of my live videos this week. If you did like this, please do subscribe. Okay, I would love to have you here as a subscriber. I put out new videos every week. I take requests. I love serving you guys, and I love having this little growing community here. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, pile number 4, if you chose this vindur deck, this orange calcite, this is your reading. We are going to get into your tarot in just a moment, and we're going to start with the oracle cards. So the oracle cards are going to tell us the theme, the vibe, the mood of the year, ongoing themes you may be experiencing. And with the tarot, we're going to look at, I say the seasons, because I've broken it down into 4, but just the progression. How is the beginning, middle, and end of your year going to go? Are there going to be any specific events that happen? We'll look at that in the tarot. So let's go ahead and look at the mood, the vibe, the themes for the year. So we've got to start. We've got time. Whoa. And then wait. It's not time. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Whoa. So message here. I love seeing synchronicities in the oracle cards. By the way, I haven't looked at any of the oracles. When I started. Of course, we're on the last pile, so I already know what's in the first 3, but okay. Time spent worrying is time spent. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. And then we have lifting the veil. This crazy synchronicity is already coming in, because when I see woven and I see veil, like it's giving me similar feelings, like, you know what I mean? Like you have to weave a veil. Okay. So we've got time, wait, it's not time yet, things are being woven, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go, karmic debt, number 15. Oh, I guess I only got one of those cards. We've got peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And slow but steady. Number 3, another card that kind of tells me to wait, or things are going to take time. They're not going to come as quickly as we want them to. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Pile 4. Okay, pile 4. This is giving me such a feeling of like that you're probably asking about something very specific or someone very specific. Like you could maybe have this burning question, like, will my relationships work out? Will this person be back in my life? Will this be the year that we come together? It's making me feel like, or, maybe it's not about relationships at all, but maybe there is another burning question or dire question that you have. Like maybe you're wondering about career and you're like, is this finally my year? Is this it? Is this it for me? Is this the year where I finally succeed? And your answer here is wait. Time, slow but steady, okay? It's not happening just yet, but I am getting such an exciting feeling here at pile 4. It's like everything, you're like just embarking on this wonderful journey, whatever it is. So I think some people, it is going to be relationship oriented. For other people, career. Getting more of a general feeling here. I'm curious to see what karmic debt has to say. Let's go ahead and read karmic debt here. But yeah, definitely a message of wait. It's not yet time. And I think people of pile 4, you already know exactly what we're talking about here. So let me know if that resonates. But I feel like there's something, and for a lot of people, it's going to be relationships. It's going to be either you have a specific person on your mind, either, maybe there's a soulmate or a twin flame that you already know about, and you're like, is it them? Will I be with them? For other people, maybe you're just wondering in general, will I be with a soulmate? And for other people, like I said again, maybe it's not even relationship oriented. Maybe it's more about career or finding your purpose. Maybe this year you're like, is this the year? Is this the year I find my purpose? Is this the year everything falls into place? And it's such a good feeling because it's like you're on your way. You are on your way to getting what you want, slow but steady. So you're not going to get everything all at once. You're not going to get everything before you're ready. You're going to get it at exactly the right time, divine timing, but it's such a positive feeling like that it's coming, like you're being prepared to receive whatever it is that you're asking about. I want to read karmic debt here. Do you believe in second chances? Well, the universe does. Not just in second chances, but third, fourth, and as many chances are needed for you to feel love and fulfilled. The trick is that second chances are not always what you would expect. More often, a second chance comes in the form of finding yourself in a repeating pattern and realizing you have the opportunity to make a better choice this time around. Karma gets a bad reputation. On the surface, it seems like a punishment or a balancing of the scales when debts incurred by past mistakes must be repaid. But karma is much deeper than that. It isn't random, but the direct result of self-destructive patterns that bring harm to yourself and sometimes others. When this card comes up in a reading, it is an opportunity to change these patterns and greet your mistakes with compassion and a desire to choose empowerment over victimhood and responsibility over blame. It's easy to think your past is all you have or that you will spend the rest of your life making up for it. But the beauty of the future is that it's untainted and it can be whatever you choose. This card brings you a powerful message. Mistakes are something you do, not who you are. Wow, like, okay. I honestly feel like someone could very easily choose all piles today. There's such like just feelings that are kind of like I'm getting just across the board. So this may really be collectively energies I'm tapping into, but really like, especially because pile 3 was all about the scales and balancing. Pile 4, it's kind of the same thing here. You are even here, peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Yes, it is that you are releasing negative energy and making room for positive energy, or however you want to put it. Making way for the beautiful things in your life to come in, making way for alignment. So anything unaligned must go. I see a release here of karma. It's going to be happening very natural for you. There could be endings to relationships, but it is to make room for the soulmates and soul family. I'm so dying to get into your tarot cards already here, because I'm getting such a good feeling here with this pile that I want to already get into the cards. Yeah, let's do that. I know I'm like not quite done here. Yeah, there is this feeling of releasing karma, releasing just anything that is not in alignment here. Whatever it is that you're asking about, hoping for, that relationship, I do feel that this is the year where things are coming into balance for you. So you will be releasing things. That could be getting rid of old things. That could be literally cleaning out your house. That can be taken metaphorically as, maybe letting go of people that were not good for you, taking out the trash, metaphorically. You could be, changing jobs, getting into a career, where like you're just coming into more alignment. So if you were in a job, I feel like that's going to apply to people who are working like, maybe they're just not in their job yet, in their dream job or in their passionate job. So if you would be changing jobs, it's like a really good thing. So I see this as the things that you will be releasing. It's going to be a really good thing. Like you're going to feel like the load is so much lighter. She is crying here. She's tearful. She's in sadness. But like the feeling I'm getting is that it is like, when you cry and it's like soothing or it's like comforting, it's like necessary. That's the feeling I'm getting here with this cry. It's not like a painful, well, yeah, there could be pain here, but it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? There's just such a feeling of release here with this pile. Like things that may have been hard for you to hold on to, now you can release them. So for some people, it may be letting go of a relationship or letting go of a person who could have been a karmic, could have been somebody who brought a lot of drama into your life. So I see this as you could definitely be somebody who has a divine partner, divine counter. Do I want to say countership? Counterpart, divine counterpart. So sometimes when you have divine counterparts, like with twin flames, they have karmics. They have a person. A karmic is somebody who you have a really strong connection with, a really strong pull towards, and they often are confused with soulmates. They are a type of soulmate, but they're often confused with twin flames being the one. They're really meant to be somebody to teach you lessons. So you could be releasing people like that. Okay, I'm going to get these out of the way now to get into your tarot. Pile 4. What can we be expecting this year, Spirit, for pile 4? What can we be expecting for the first parts? All right, strength. All right, 4 cards, please. Then we'll get clarifiers. Okay, the Fool. Queen of Swords. Can I get one more card? Oh my gosh, just one. Okay, the Hermit. And let's get clarifiers for these. Can I get a clarifier for strength here? For strength. Okay, let's take this one. Page of Wands. The Fool, Spirit. Can you clarify the Fool? Eight of Pentacles. Gosh, I love these cards so far. Queen of Swords here, Spirit. Okay, let's take that one. 9 of Wands. And can you please clarify the Hermit? Okay, let's take, well, let's get a card for the Hermit. One card, please. One card. Okay. Take the 2 of Wands here. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, starting off the first portion of the year or first season, coming out the gate with so much vitality, so much creative energy. There's even sexual energy here, so not gonna lie, you guys could be like dating around for the first part of the year, you know, going on. This would be like going on first dates with people, you know, with the page here. You could be that for, you know, that's not going to apply to everybody. So this could be just a time of trying new things, trying things out. If you are dating people, I don't think it's going to end up being anybody serious. It is just like a feeling of dating different people. Yeah, just trying things on, trying them on, maybe even going on speed dating for some people. Like, you're gonna have this feeling of, you know, lust and passion and like, okay, let's go out, let's go do things. There is even the Hermit here, so it's not going to be 100% of the time. I think we are ending the year here with the Hermit, so there's going to be different energies throughout the year, but definitely at the start here, or whenever you're reading this, you could take on your own interpretation, because this could also be like, you know, going into spring over here. So take on your own interpretation whenever you're watching this, but we are starting off with a lot of passionate energy, creative energy, expressive energy, you know, ready to go out and do, ready to go out and work or try things. Like, you're going to feel really inspired. It's really refreshing here too with the Fool. I love seeing these cards here next to the Fool, because this is new energy. So whatever it is that you're working on, you know, whatever it is that I had said, you know, you kind of already know what you're asking about. For some people, it's going to be a romantic person. For other people, it's going to be maybe more career driven, or like there's a project or something specific that you're asking about. You're going to have so much creative energy to go out and do it, to go out and find that thing, to go out and meet that person or work on that job. You're going to have so much creative energy to go after your dreams here. You're not going to achieve all your dreams, but you're going to be trying things out, trying new things, testing the waters. You know, if you're asking about a love interest, you know, am I going to find a new relationship? You're going to be going on dates and like meeting new people. You're not going to be finding that person just yet, but it is such a good feeling here of going out and exploring and seeing the world, seeing what's out there. So take that, you know, however, whatever it is that you're asking about. You could be asking about career, definitely. So you're going to be trying new things. For a lot of people, it's going to be creative energy. So like if you've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, I see you guys doing that for the first part of the year. I see you guys, a lot of people here in this pile 4 are going to be working on creative projects, putting themselves out there, putting work in. You guys, maybe you have been coming out of a period of stagnation where you weren't really willing to work that hard before, but now you are with whatever new thing that you're starting. Now it's like you're starting and you're like pushing. I see somebody pushing like a car down a hill. So there's momentum. Whatever it is you're starting, you're going to have momentum and you're like excited to work on it. Excited to work on yourself, excited to work on a project, excited to go and put yourself out there. Like there's pentacles backing this energy. So it's not just like a flame that spirals out and burns out. It's a flame that has the potential to burn. Like there's something here feeding this fire. There's, you know, we're throwing logs onto the fire. So it's not just one small passionate burst of energy. This is something that can be long term for you. This can be more money coming in, more abundance coming in, better relationships. All of this energy carrying into that third part of the year, it's going to make you feel like a stronger person. It's going to make you feel like you're really good at making decisions, like you're headed in the right direction. Kind of like I said in the beginning of the reading with the oracle cards, with that waiting energy, I don't think all your dreams are going to come true just yet or this year, but it's going to feel like you're on your way. It's going to feel like things are moving that way. I do think a lot of things are happening for you internally, and I do think your soul kind of just knows the plan, knows what it's doing, and I think you're going to feel the comfort in like it's coming, you know? So for people out there asking about like a twin flame, are we ever going to be in union? This is going to be the year of you not yet being in union, but preparing for that. And you're going to feel that shift internally, and you're going to feel excited. You're going to feel excited for what's coming next, for what's coming around the corner. For people asking about career, it's like you're really going to be building. You're not going to be there yet to your ultimate goal, but you're going to be getting there. Building, working your way. Lots of wands here and strength. So I'm seeing just such an expression of creativity coming through. I know in other piles I may have gotten messages of working with people or with a community. Here I am feeling a little more of solo work. So you may be a creative person that is just working on their own right now, and that's great because there's this freedom to it. There's this feeling of, okay, you can express yourself any way that you want, and there's nobody that can get in the way of that. So if you do have any creative projects that you really want to work on or have been thinking about working on them for some time, Spirit's like, this is the year where you're going to go for it, and you're going to come out of the gates quickly with momentum. So keep that momentum going. You are going to slow down towards the end of the year in this hermit mode, but it's like such a good feeling is coming with that. Like you are going to be, a little bit of that Hanged Man energy. I was feeling that. And then that card is poking out also with that Four of Swords. Crazy. So these are all about like, a period of rest, a period of pause, a period of, these are cards of meditation. Could be time for shadow work. So towards the end of the year, you may be feeling more in that mode. But what's coming up next is you're going to have a clear plan, a clear path. So you won't be bogged down by fear, but rather you are going to be excited for what's coming next. So cut the deck here. Got the Magician, and oh gosh, I want to grab that too. Wheel of Fortune. Even this here, Ace of Pentacles. I know the Chariot. We could keep going. They're all kind of saying similar stuff. Things are really going to be changing in your favor here for future energies. So this is all what this year is working towards. You're going to be really manifesting your goals, and I think you know what that is. I think you have something very specific in mind, and it may be more than one thing. You may have like career goals as well as relationship goals, but there's definitely money coming in here. You're going to be manifesting that, manifesting material wealth, love. You're going to feel that strength there. Pile 4. So yes, I love this pile here. So that was your predictions here for the year. Please let me know in the comments if you chose this pile. Please like this video if you did. Also, if you are watching this the week it came out, I am going to be doing a giveaway on all of my new videos. So you have the chance to win a reading with me. And that will be during one of my live videos. I put out live videos every weekend. Please join us for that as well. You must be a subscriber to be in the lives, but you can get a free question with me. Please like the video if you did, leave a comment, subscribe, answer the giveaway, and I do have Etsy readings available. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check the description box for my Etsy shop. And I believe that's everything today. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.